Hello, BookTube. Today is November 17th, Friday, 2017. It's early afternoon, mid-afternoon actually. Bright blue skies, sunny, a little cold. We've had snow off and on here, but there's none on the ground now, or maybe in some shadowy spots there is, but for the most part there isn't any. These types of videos are usually called Friday wrap-ups or that sort of thing, but I've managed to wrap up nothing. It's been a very busy week, but I have managed to fit in reading. Case in point would be back at my job on my desk. It's Walter Isaacson's new biography of Leonardo da Vinci. I think I'm probably 80, 90 pages into it. Reading right now about how he's heading to Milan with a delegation. So that I'm in the middle of. I'm also in the middle, not in the middle even, Jefferson the Virginian, Dumas Malone's first volume of his Jefferson biography. On that I'm on page 60. Seems to be a theme here. I'm still slogging away a little bit, though enjoying this Osbert Sitwell, The Cruel Month, Volume 1 of his Left Hand, Right Hand autobiography. I had found this and didn't know anything about it and just picked it up because it looked interesting, and it is. I'm on page 36 of that, so you can tell the progress there. I've been slugging away at this Understanding Tolkien and Lord of the Rings by William Reddy. Some of you are probably getting sick of seeing it. It's this big, and I have not finished it. What I do is I go to bed, and I'll read 1 or 2 pages, and then that type of thing. I get a little blurry-eyed. I'm on page 46 of that, so another thing not finished. Then after watching a few YouTubers who really seem to enjoy Anthony Trollope, a kind person at the library, because we didn't have any of Trollope's works. We're a very little library. It's not unusual for us to have gaps like that in our collection. But this is the Barsetshire novels, the first one, The Warden. So I've been dipping in and out of that. I'm on page 126, chapter 10, Tribulation. I'm actually really enjoying this. I'd never read him. I've read Dickens and some of the other Victorians, but I really like this. It's edited with an introduction by David Skilton, illustration by Edward Ardizzone, Oxford University Press, New York and Oxford. 52 and 80 were both years for part of the copyrights. Let's see. This reprint looks like it may be 1989. Nice little map. I can show you the title page. So like I say, this is my introduction to Trollope. I've come to him rather late, but I'm very much enjoying it. Then I had picked up in a recent trip to Books A Million. There's this series of, what are they calling them? Mini hardcover editions that this October that was put out by Tor Books. Now, this is the first one I've managed to grab. I've always wanted to read this. John Scalzi, Old Man's War. What was the original date on that? 2005, so it's not that old. I'm on page 162. I like it. I like it. It's got a sort of a interesting sense of humor. I have not read Mr. Scalzi's work, and I'm finding out that I'm turning into a bit of a fan. And then I actually had to put the brakes on this next one. I'm doing a buddy read with Elena Macrodina, whose channel I really enjoy, and whose conversation I really enjoy. So her and I are reading Dragonflight by Anne McCaffrey. And I've got this old paperback edition. Ballantine Books. And it's copyright 68, but my copy here is a 6th printing of 75. We're reading a section. So here's the sections. And we're reading one each week in the month of November. I put the brakes on because I just finished Dustfall. So we read Where Search, Dragonflight. This week was Dustfall, which was great. And then the last is The Cold Between. A lot of twists and turns. Very strong characters, interesting characters. Of course, Lessa is the main character, and even though there's dragons and dragonflight and a somewhat, it seems to me to be a medieval style of like social structure, it's science fiction. The dragons are genetically modified from indigenous creatures on this planet that humans have settled. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's a classic. There was a lot of Pern books, so if you get a chance, pick them up. And if you like science fiction and if you like fantasy, you'll really be in for a treat. So I will go and finish Dragonflight this coming week to be on schedule. I probably will finish Old Man's War for sure. I'm finding that one's very attractive to me. The Leonardo da Vinci, that's the Isaacson sitting on my desk at work, I probably won't get to. We got, with Thanksgiving coming up next week and all that, unless I go down to the office and grab it. So I hope you all enjoy your weekend, and thank you, BookTube.